In this video I describe the problem I had with printing with my HP Officejet 5742. It shows you the steps I went through to try and resolve this problem and documents the solution that I did find. It doesn't go directly to the solution but shows you the process that I went through, and hopefully that information will enable HP and Microsoft to come up with some kind of solution to this problem. The problem I was having was I was trying to print a section of a PDF from Microsoft Edge, and in the printing window I got this error. I had noted that I had been printing okay up to a recent Windows update. I'd updated to Windows 1809 earlier in the year before it was withdrawn by Microsoft and then reinstated. And a couple of days ago I got another cumulative updates for 1809 and they were installed. And then a day or so later I tried to print from the PDF and came up with that error. The first port of call was to do a search for the problem, and I found one on the HP support forums. Which came up with this exact error, and the solution suggested by an HP support agent was this long-winded process which involved removing the ink cartridges, resetting the printer and then reinserting the cartridges, which I wasn't going to do for a fault that whereby the printer had originally been working and it was some kind of software update was the problem. So I decided that getting the latest HP software for this printer might solve this problem. So I downloaded it and installed it, and the problem persisted. So I tried printing from Notepad and went into print, and when I performed tried to set the printer preferences, I got this exception. And in this dialog you should get maybe one or two more tabs here to configure printer specific properties, but they weren't appearing. So to me that indicated there was possibly some COM or DLL problem. So at this stage I completely uninstalled the HP printer software. This involved going into the device driver, going down to the printers, selecting the device, uninstalling and making sure that you delete the driver software as well. And once this is done, we go into settings, apps, and then we uninstall the HP printer software. Right, having completely uninstalled the HP drivers and software, the machine is rebooted and we install the HP software again. So we reinstall the full HP printer web pack. And I don't want any of this bloatware. And now we connect to the printer wirelessly. Printer's showing up. So we put in our details. And we'll try and see if we get the errors that we had originally. So within Microsoft Edge, we have the same problem. In Notepad, we still get the exception and the missing tab or tabs. If we go to the HP software, and we try and set the preferences, we get an exception and the missing tabs. And I can do test prints on the printer for alignment to the head CTC. That works, but it's actually setting or customizing the printer's properties for actually printing a page that causes the error. And also, if I try and print, let's get that HP software back up again. If we look at the printer queue and if we go into Notepad and we try and print something, let's just do, we'll try and print this, print, we see the item flash up in the queue and we get a parameter error. At this point I decided to check that the firmware on the printer was up to date. And it is up to date. I also ran the scan doctor. and when I click on the test print, I don't get a page printed, and I don't get any kind of message to indicate why no page was printed. Clicking on no print does nothing. So at this point I decided that I should go back to my original HP Officejet software installation, CD software. So I had to try and find that. And when I did finally find it, I managed to put it on an external SD card because I don't have a CD unit in my main PC. I should also say at this point that I did run the Microsoft printing diagnostic tool. And this couldn't identify any problems either. So yes, I was going back to the original software. At this point I should point out that I and my daughter also have laptops which have the original HP printer software running on them, and on my daughter's laptop it's running Windows version 1803, and Microsoft Edge doesn't have a problem with displaying the printer properties, and also within Notepad the printing preferences does have the extra tab with the various printer properties. And on my laptop the operating system version was 1809, and I was getting this printer configuration error, but the printing preferences within Notepad was showing the extra tab, so this was indicating it's a problem with HP software rather than Windows, which supported me going back to the original software. So we now need to uninstall the HP software and drivers. So uninstall, ensure that we delete the driver software. Go into settings and delete all of the HP apps. Right, so after a reboot we'll reinstall the original software. So we reinstall the old software from the external drive. I don't want to have this bloatware on. Set up my wireless printing. Finish the setup. Continue online. It's going to fire up the web browser. Get rid of that. So the printer should be set up now. So we'll try Notepad, print preferences, and we get the additional tab in the printing preferences. And we'll have a look at Microsoft Edge and printing, and we get the preferences, and we'll try and let's get the printer queue shown. And we can set preferences from within the HP software. Get the queue. I don't want to print all 11 pages. Current page. And you can possibly hear the printer going in the background. So I'm very pleased that I've managed to get my printer working again. I hope you appreciate all the hoops I've had to leap through to try and resolve this issue, and I hope that HP and Microsoft can use the information in this video to diagnose what the actual problem is and try and get it sorted out, because I'm not sure that it's the blame of either individual party, but I think it's a combination of them, both of them together. So I hope you found this video helpful in resolving this particular problem, and also showing you how to try and resolve this type of problem in future. Thank you for watching.